Girija ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes. Good evening to everyone. I'm Girija, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. It's my privilege to welcome you all for the Day 2, Session 2 Faculty Development Program on enhancing cyber threat detection through incorporating digital technologies. Today, we are honored to have a exceptional speaker with us, Ms. Mattoru, Mattoru, an accomplished software consultant and founder of AI Bot Tech based on York and England. She has over 18 years of expertise in software development, system analysis, process documentation, and solution architect. She has made significant contribution to the IT industries. Ms. Priya Mattoru specializes in Microsoft.NET, Salesforce, and cutting edge technologies such as microservices and Azure IoT. She excels in driving an innovative software solution across the diverse industries, and her dedication to staying ahead of technology trends and fostering a customer centric approach has earned a settler reputation in the field. We are honored to have such an innovative and visionary leader to share her expertise with you today. Without any further ado, I now hand over the session to our esteemed speaker, Ms. Priya Mattoru. Let's give her a virtual applause and full attention as she begins her presentation. Over to you, Ms. Priya Mattoru.
Yeah, thank you, Girija. Thank you,
Yes, thank you,
Ms.
ma'am.
Samantha. Thank you for giving the opportunity. Hope everyone okay in this evening. Are you excited to hear about what is happening in the current market regarding cybersecurity? It will be good if it is like a two-way conversation. If anyone wants to talk, I want to know what's your expectations, and it's better if it is okay if you open your cameras so that we can have some good interaction sessions. Is that okay? Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. Do you have any expectations what you want to learn today in security? Is there any expectations from you in this session, or you want to learn anything particularly what's happening in the industry?
Hello, ma'am. My name is Ali.
Ma'am, if you talk about cyber security in hot cities, then that will be fine, ma'am.
Okay. So you want...
Can you hear me, madam? My name is Ali. I'll be very much eager to know the practical implementation of IDS and IPS. If at all it can be shown in terms of simulation or anything, I'll be thankful.
Yeah, the practical implementation will be difficult at the moment because I can't cover everything, but I can give you the overall what is cybersecurity, why it is needed, and what is the benefit of what things happen on back of a good security implementation. That I can cover today. Is that okay?
Fine, madam. I'll be happy to listen and see.
Yeah, because it's only like 1.5 hour session, right? We can't put everything. So I'm just sharing my screen. You want to first go with the natural language processing. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, madam.
Yeah.
Okay, madam.
Yeah. So regarding AI bot is a newly it's 5 years. Is a startup. It's not a startup. It's moved to a next level. So we have a small bunch of team where we go and do consultants and we will implement what is there in the market. So we prefer to find out the problem first. So there are few things we need to know: what we are doing and why we are doing and how you are doing. what and how is the main thing. How you are doing, even Google or ChatGPT or a Copilot or GitHub Copilot, everything nowadays, if you say the problem, it is giving you most of the answers. You just take it and implement that's the thing. But the main problem is why you are doing it and what you are doing it is the major problem in this industry world. So what is natural language processing? Anyone got any idea about it?
The syntax and semantics of any language can be considered as an overview of NLP.
Okay.
Machines
Okay.
understanding human language.
Yes. So is are you are in year 4 or year 2? Like which year you are studying engineering?
We are the faculties and research scholars in different universities across India. Some are research scholars, some have already pursued PhD, and some are still pursuing PhD. You can say overallly, it's all faculties who are in the session.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So what it is like an yeah. So if you're aware of the AI, artificial intelligence stuff, so what they are trying to do in the industry is AI is nothing. AI is like converting all the codes. So whatever you are writing at the moment, the coding language, they want to give it to business people. Business people, because they find out business people is the right person to do software what they want. That's why the whole world now thinks about it. So if a business person is able to narrate what they want, then they will get the right solution. So uh, current development, how it works is a BA will sit with business person and capture all the requirement because BAs can understand the business. So they capture the requirement and they will sit with the technical leads or technical people and they will have a brainstorming session how it works and they will have like 2 months or 1 month overall trying to find out what is the business and how you convert it into technology wise and a lot of prototypes they develop and they refine it and then write user stories for a developer to do small tasks. That's what the current life cycle of software development is happening. So you can say this is a very small application. Why it took 6 months or 3 months to develop? Because the development, what exactly the business or the owner wants, comes to the real picture after 6 months because the understanding level, the communication between top to end cannot be same. So that's the whole process takes more time. So they found AI. What AI does here is they are thinking it's artificially think and create codings. If you hear about GitHub Copilot, if you put the existing code and ask to change, now I want a new feature in this area, then it develop or give you a new feature in that existing code. That's what they are trying to develop. And even there is something called GitHub Spark is coming up, which means you can give the whole requirement that will give you the whole coding bit, like a whole application. You can develop any application, like any mobile app or anything in any language, and it is giving you the whole code end to end. So this is what the world is moving around now. So coming to NLP, what it means is so ChatGPT and like lot of automation is happening. Like documents, if you upload in the document, automatically it is reading using the AI OCRs, and the data is transferred from the document to the internal systems. Example, if you are sending an invoice now, before some clerk or someone review it and they upload the invoices into the system so that the process will happen. Going forward, no one needs to do it. So once they upload the invoice, we set up the AI models for that organization that will read it and process the whole data and send the bill or money transaction out to the business. So in this world, what may happen is, a lot of SQL injection threat and all, right? Is anyone aware of the SQL injection attacks? Okay, so a lot of injections attacks will happen, see, whatever it is, when it comes to money or competition or anything, they try to get data or try to grab others as a competition or whatever you want to say, you can use the name. So natural language processing is a way you can ask a Copilot or anything to get data for that organization. Example, I can show you an example. Maybe that will be easy thing because that's what we are working at the moment. So this is a sample document. So can you see anything in this document? It says this is a test document. But if I done Control A, you can see there is some data over here. There is a line. Can you see that? So what that means is if you copy and paste it, it got lot of syntax, which is the hacking one. I can use this and get the data over their system. So this is now called the AI threat, like a shielding prompt seals prompt, which means you are prompting something to get it out. So this is called the prompt attack. So which is coming hugely across AI side. This is because this is a natural language, so you can type anything and get the data out. So example, if I designed a model, AI model to a banking system, I know if I use this type of wordings in my receipt, maybe bank will send the data back using that model because there is no manual check happening. AI is processing and sending me the data. So to avoid it, we invented like a new thing called prompt sealed Azure, which is Microsoft inventing it, and we started implementing it across AI to stop it. So that's called that's the main thing which we have to think about while doing the natural language processing. Any questions so far? Am I clear in what I'm saying? So, okay, I'm not able to see our chat messages. Okay, I think what's the attack actually called? It's called prompt. It is called prompt attack or prompt. That's called prompt attacks we are seeing at the moment. Prompt means if someone is typing, so that's called prompt attack for natural language processing. Okay, so now it helps automating, analyzing a large, these are all like what I explained. I just mentioning like a large text is coming up because you can't read a big documents. So if you put the prompt sealed on place, that will analyze the OCRs and it will stop. And if you put a proper webhooks or proper alerts, it will go and send to the cybersecurity team or your own team, like what is happening, and you need to stop the process immediately because responding is also very important, not only finding. Yeah, you may find it is a attack, but if you respond after a week, there is no point. So I think that we are going to cover in the next session, but that's the base of um, cybersecurity stops in NLP. Uh, Raja, what you're asking, screen is visible. It's also black. Okay, my screen is not visible. Okay, I will finish my session and then we can go ahead. So this is the real-time example. So NL in the same way on ChatGPT also people can have their own conversations and nowadays the company is stopping any violent or any type of wrong chats happening in chat GPTs because chat GPTs is the future for AI. There won't be much screens going forward. Most of the screens will be like a chat GPT screens. So you can type and ask questions and instead of the UI form UI you are developing, it will be like a chat and you will get the answer back. So that prompt also nowadays is taken care by prompt sales. Okay, so that's what unstructured documents like email, forums, and social medias, everything. So there is something called defenders. All companies is putting in defenders also. That also will provide now a proper analysis whether what is coming up, what email is going here and there, and all stuff. So yeah, these are all the things which we are stopping at the moment. Yeah. Do you know why we need to stop the phishing emails and this type of things in the industry? I can give an example if you really want to know what is happening in the industry. Okay, I am working as a sales executive in one organization. Example. Okay, I got my salesperson in AI bot. Okay, so that sales guys will go and get me jobs from different organizations. But this person may have exposed to my competitors and they may grab this guy's emails or whatever it is to win the bids or projects. So what they do is they may send an email saying from Amazon or whatever it is, there is a party. Can you come and be joined at something like that? Some good emails will come. But really, when you click on the email, it is taking their details. Like maybe some, if it is a very good hacker, they may hack the whole network. But even though if we have a proper defender, it won't hack the whole network. Nowadays, they are getting that person, my salesperson's detail, which means they may talk with the sales guy like normal person, and then they are trying to get the information as much they can. Yeah, this sort of threats is happening across the industry. So we are very clear now, some sort of external emails coming up. We are trying to differentiate this is an external and this is an internal. And if it is an external, we are even doing more scanning and finding out what type of email is going to this type of people. So for that, we are using this type of advanced persistent threats and all stuff. So yeah, hacker forum, source of data for it. Yeah, these are all the things which is the real-time example, monitor social media is the main thing. Even big companies like Microsoft and all, they want to know what social media is writing. As a CEO, we were talking with one of the like one of the big yeah, Azure founder. I think his name is Kalian or someone like long back. He wants to monitor what the social media is talking about Azure components. So he wrote his own queries. So what it happened is in the whole world, whomever tags with Azure or with some names, especially Azure, he is getting from the whole social media what people is talking about Azure. So it means literally he is monitoring what the entire world is talking about the products what he is creating. So such type of monitors people want it now. The same way the threats also, if it is happening, it is following across everywhere. So it's again what are the what is sentimental analysis, right? So if it is a malicious, they found out using the defender or something. They want to, sometimes we may itself will create some system or some type of words, but we need to find out how big it is, which is a very small or it is a big things they are trying to do, that sentiment things they are finding out so that we can react. Because if it is like a 100,000 people type of systems, they need to react to immediately to this type of email. So it is coming as important and ask us to do these things fast. Okay. So challenges, current challenges is because people brain is always always fast than the AI or computer process model. So if it is unstructured data, if you are writing like a hacking across, if you are writing like 20 pages document, in that 20 pages document, you are writing here and there your whole data, it is harder for us to find out what it is happening. That's why high volume of unstructured data is always hard. We need to come across and do things properly so that we can stop hacking and all stuff, which means we need to train our AI model in a way it will work. It will work and it will throw problems if it is a really a threat happening in that models, or someone is hacking the systems or whatever it is. So false positive, what that means is sometimes we may get false, maybe it's not a threat, but still we get some positive fail or false alerts in our side. So what we think is it will be the same thing, but we are making sure, even though if it is a false alert, we make sure people will read and look at it in our company. That's what we are trying to do. So these are the tools which we are using at the moment. These are all like open source, and this is one. But we use, as a Microsoft person, we use the Defender's prompt sale more. But that is for commercial purpose, so we can't use it. Use it for the normal day-to-day life. But normal day-to-day life, if you want something, you can use one of these things. Okay, so yeah, this are again we am saying it is like a phishing email, how you put in a corporate world, and we need to scan the subject lines, emails, body, and sometimes the document attached also we need to do it. As a result, you can minimize, not 100% you can eradicate. So 90% only you can stop happening using these approaches and all. So dark web monitoring is again what they are typing, what data is storing. So it is very important not to give you a private data, or the company needs to have policies like your company emails or your own data should not gone outside. That's what the main things we are doing at the time. Okay. Yeah, so as I said, future is the AI, not like before the UI, then from UI will come. It's all like a chatbots and all stuff will come and do things. So you need to be very careful in doing it. And your language is very important. Don't use any vulnerable words or anything because ChatGPT or anything, any chatbot, you can type anything. So we need to stop and be very careful in what you are asking in the internet. That's what it is. So this, if anyone wants to do like a proper cybersecurity type of thing in AI, it's a really good way of doing things, because they need to try to understand the models, what they are trying to do. So there is a big chance over here in the future, because the development era is coming to an end. There is more towards AI. AI is nothing but you need to understand the models properly. So if you understand the models properly, then you will you can write code on back of it how to stop it. So Yeah, that's a big, what to say, a lot of jobs around this area. Yeah, so that's the conclusion. You need to be very intelligent in doing the unstructured data, because structured data, everyone knows what we need to do. And yeah, for unstructured data, we have to do these things. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions, or you want me to go for the second presentation? Okay, I'll go for the second one. So it's all about us. So I'll go straight to the presentation. Okay, so we found out what it is, the natural language processing and what it is. So now coming to how we react it, why we need to react as soon as possible. So most of the failure happen. They may find someone some threat is there in your area, but reacting to that threat takes more time. By the time enough damage will happen in your organization. To stop it, we need to have a proper process in place, like a event management or anything, so that you will react immediately and save a big damage happening in your area. So anyone aware of what are the event managements, or any of the softwares? Do you know any of the softwares so far in the industry? So some use the DevOps board, some uses ServiceNow is one of the event management across the softwares across industry, which is ServiceNow also is bringing up lot of alerts across to the top level C level people to the developers. So they have a lot of softwares coming up. Even I think Zoho also coming up these type of systems to alert in the business. So there are quite few is coming up, but it depends nowadays. Each company is having their own event management customly created, because their regulatory compliance. Because example, if it is a healthcare system, healthcare, even husband and wife in UK, I mean, not in India, uh, the data should not transfer between husband or wife until wife given consent to husband, or husband give consent to wife. That type of regulation is there. If a kid is below 18, yes, we have rights to look at her record. After 18, the kid needs to give consent to parents to look at their records, medical records. So each industry have their own regulations, their own compliances and everything across. This setup is setting up by each organization how it is, and then we need to process like you need to understand what that organization standards for security means. So there are, if you see now, as a developer or a coder, they won't think about um, authorizing in a right level. Example, all knows API. I think you're all faculties. You all knows about API. From UI to backend, there will be an API call to go and get the data from database or whatever it is. So example, there will be a reference. Each case will have a reference. So if I order or if I log a complaint against someone in a police station, I'll have a reference number like 123. If I'm a developer or someone, I know if I inspect the page, I come to know what is the API for that police files record. So if I take the API using my client ID and password, because the client ID and secrets will be in my browser itself. So if I take it and my reference is 1234, but if I use the other reference like 12345, I may get other people's record. So this type of authorization and all things needs to stop. And yeah, you need to do a proper app registrations, and that app registration cannot allow you need to set up the B2C tokens properly, and you should not allow a person to look the other person's cases and all stuff you need to do. And if someone is trying to do, you need to have a centralized security management and try to find out what they are trying to do and stop doing, make them to stop doing. So this is what we are trying to say is a log management. So if someone trying to attack your firewalls or servers or anything, that needs to be done, and threat detection and the instance, how often it is reported, and what is the severity, what analyze, and all the audit needs to happen properly. Yeah, that's what we are trying to do, like logging to even if I'm a doctor or someone, if I'm accessing, I should access only my patients. I should not access someone like a friend's record or something. Then that alert needs to go off. So that these are all the things we need to do. So yes, why we need this? Yes, benefits real-time insights of network, what we are doing, what people is keeping, and you should not breach these standards. So GDPR is one of the main thing. Millions of money they are fined nowadays by big organization of not following the GDPR policies properly. So there are few standards across, so we need to follow. You should not talk about one person's data with other persons, or you should not use the reference for anything else without the person's consent. All the things are coming up. Yeah. So I think someone asked about it, right? IDS and IPS. So yeah, it is a firewall instructions we need to write and do things. And how you want to do it, yes, we can have another session, or we can bring the expertise and they can do it. So yeah, if it is a cloud, whether because I expert in Azure, so we use the defenders and prompt seals and all stuff. So we can do this way. And AWS is the tool called as cloud security monitoring. Even that will stop happening this one. So yeah, how you need to do. So there is a connection between the UI or the whole microservices structures using the correlation identifier. So we will using that ID. It's just a GUID. We can take that GUID and analyze from top to bottom who done, and what, like when it is happened and all the details. So we will get all the details and report it and collect the data back and do this stuff. That's how we want. So some popular tools we got. So if you want, we can use this type of things in real time. So you need to play around the tool and find out what they are doing. So case study. So what they are saying is targeted a random ransomware, and it is used to detect and encrypt it. Attacks was neutralized before encrypting begins. Yeah, so these are all the things we need to be very careful. We need to spend money in the industry to put the proper softwares to. It depends upon what level we need. So if it is companies like NHS and all, they put more money in the data prevention. The companies like us, we will put money in scanning the emails, documents, and all stuff. So it's more towards defender we will put. So this are all depends upon what you want. We can't standardize. Only this will work for the whole industry. We need to understand what industry is, and then we'll keep things happening. Yeah. So yeah, IT tries to extra filter the sensitive. That's what I'm saying. If it is a data, we should be careful not being a data breach. Yes, it is like the challenge is implementing. Yes, this is not important to the business. It won't give you money for a business as a top level money person. We need to convince the person because It says we are not like they are not going to get money, but they won't lose the business. That's what we need to convince them why we need this type of security in the organization. So a few things it is difficult to if they most of the business people don't want to change their existing systems because it's working and it's getting money. So if it is a legacy old system, it's hard to implement the new protectors or whatever we got at the market. But we need to make sure we need to write a wrapper around it and do things. Okay. Yeah. Future, yes, as I discussed before, it is a AI and machine learning mostly we have to do and do things according to zero threat. So we discussed about it. It's all about IT infrastructure safeguarding and compliances and policies across. Any questions now?
Priya, one question. Can you please tell anything about cyber security as a service? And what is about security provided by the cloud to the data stored in the security for the cloud being used?
Okay. See.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Okay, cyber security as the cloud. It is a vast topic. Okay, I can talk about Azure because I work in and out with Azure, so uh, so I can talk about it. So what is happening in the market is first of all, is anyone knows about IP restrictions on cloud? Do you know you can have even on Azure you can have your own data? Do you anyone aware of it? Okay, so what is happening is good question to be honest. Before when you are going to cloud, people especially like government sectors and all, they're afraid of going to cloud because their data move towards cloud. How to stop it? But now we can put a VPN on cloud and keep your own data within yourself. You no need to save or you no need to you put an IP address restrictions only that particular people in that IP can go and access that data. So that type of security now all Azure like all cloud vendors are giving. And coming to the cyber security as service, yes, they are giving. So you need to install defenders for Azure and cloud monitoring, I think, for AWS. So you need to enable this data, which means if you enable defenders across the cloud, which means if a data is having some problem, the defender will alert to the security group some data is going wrong in that area or some virus is coming up. So this type of alerts, yes, it is there as a service. And for AI, as I mentioned, is a prompt shield is coming from Azure too. Does that answer your question?
Like, my concern was basically that providing the services in cloud, like platform as service and security as a service in cloud. So what is the provision of having cyber security in the sense, what are the things that are being provided in cyber security in the sense, will it be working with firewalls, whether will it be working with like, defending the existing system? This was my first concern. And second concern was like, in the cloud, the data that is being stored will be secured by the cloud service provider. So what about the service or what about the security that is being provided to the cloud service provider? So I just wanted to know about a little bit about this particular thing.
Okay, so I don't know about the overall because we specialized in few areas. That's what I'm talking about Microsoft ones. So Microsoft ones, you have to write. See, in each level you need to write. Okay, so there are several levels of software. What to say, implementation. Example, we split into two levels. One is the infrastructure level and one is the software development level. Infrastructure, you know what is infrastructure level means, which means they create you a platform where you can host your applications in that area and then you can process it. When someone create the infrastructure level, they will try to implement lot of security policies. Mainly, they will write their own policies, what it is and why it needs to happen and all stuff. So that will stop like firewalls and all stuff. They have their own package. The cybersecurity in a whole is something like, is not one, it's not like a magic word. If a cybersecurity is implemented, it's all working. No, cybersecurity needs to look at the case end to end and find out where the threats and alerts are. So he needs to find out what is the right tool for which area. So you can't use Defender in the application level. Defenders needs to be in infrastructure level. In application level, you need to use the authorized statements properly, B2C implementation properly. Then it is a one type of security. So cyber security sits in one area and monitor the entire flow in the organization, what is happening and how we are stopping it. So what that means is the cybersecurity guy will react what is the right tool to bring into the market depends upon the industry. If an industry, that's what I'm saying. You can't say widely one tool is the answer for the whole industries. No, it won't work like that. You need to understand the business and implement what is the right tool for that industry. Does that make sense?
Fine, ma'am. Fine. Fine. Thank you.
So okay, policies, companies policies here, someone asked. So company policies, my company policies, if I say in the open forum, it is easy to hack by if someone else, but I can't give you, if you see any big organization, they will give you the terms and conditions and policies in their website itself. So main thing is when we develop something, we should not have a cookie policies enabled. Okay, that is one of the standard. If you are developing something in that website, we won't take it in a cookie policy. We will take the data and put it in a temp storage, and then we will try to save it as much I can and process the data. That's why we are trying to use the microservices approach. That's one of the main thing we are looking at. That's the main thing we are looking at the moment. So yeah, each company have their own policy, but it is hard to say that policies to again. Let's take in an infrastructure. In infrastructure nowadays, we are writing. We know we are buying the IP address, static IP address, and saying only this IP address can access this Azure cloud. So if someone is trying to get into it, we won't. And we are implementing multi-factor authentication nowadays. So whomever coming and logging into the cloud space, they will get a authenticator softwares. I think something like that. I can show you. So even though I give my password, I don't know whether you can see or not. Even though I'm able to log in, there will be an app called Authenticator, and even I put everything in GitHub and everywhere. Even I can't access without this GitHub Authenticator across. I need to get the proper IP and the IDs from my mobile phone, and then I need to give that IDs and I can go and log in. So these are the things important, I think, for a company to process. So how to incorporate cybersecurity at machine learning algorithms? That's why I'm saying it is a big. Recently only, as I said, the prompt seal came into the market, but there is a big gap in it because it's a machine learning. If you know the algorithm, if I train an algorithm, I know how to hack it because it's all models. So currently, they put the prompt seal as I shown, like these systems and all things. Some OCRs are scanning and using it up. Yeah, but if you ask for answer, there is no answer. Like there is no big product at the moment for machine learning algorithms to process it. The only thing they found at the moment is prompt seals. That's it. Any more questions? How to detect the IP spooking attacks? Yeah, if your firewall is good enough, it will stop it. And if there are tools which you can use it and policies, and you will get an alert. Is there a security algorithms using generative AI? It's an interesting question. I think you can ask the Gen AI security algorithms. It may give you the security algorithm, but how you are going to implement? What is the business need for the security algorithm? Are you going to decrypt and encrypt by your own algorithms? If so, yeah, which is good, we can use it. But most of the big companies are using the RSAs and all, so I won't think they need it at the moment. What's the biggest challenge in the industry you're facing, ma'am? Yeah, at the moment is the AI is the biggest challenge because see, whatever we are implementing and taking to production, security, cyber, like there is a security team as like architect team, there will be a security thing. They will stop it, even though they will get more money out of the implementation. They will stop it because that's the main cause of losing the business. So you need to get signed by the security guys, um, whether you follow all the standards and all stuff. So even after implementing AI, security guys are stopping because they found out lots of attacks and prompts are coming out, and it is a big threat for the industry. Example, if you implement a chat GPT across the organization, my team may copy and paste the data in chat GPT, which means my data is already gone to the world in the AI, because chat GPT is nothing but it will refine whatever data you are giving. Every day the like AI algorithms are refining because a lot of people giving lot of data and feedbacks. The AI is refining. It's like that retraining the model. That's what is happening. Does that make sense? Yeah. So yes, that's what we are saying. How do we mitigate and prevent the attacks? That's why currently on Azure they are using the seal protectors. We need to buy that product and uh, code across where or what you are developing. That's the main thing we need to do. Yes, it is a Gen AI is the word. That's the future. So what that means is it's trying to read the data, what you are trying to set it up as a policies or procedure. If someone is asking tomorrow like a random WhatsApp questions, that will reply back answer saying this company's policy is this and don't do it. I'm just giving an example, but in a real commercial world, if you have a lot of data across, that will give you the result back on the person. Trace route is possible for all security algorithm. Okay. Any more questions? Okay, cyber security, I have no idea because I'm not specialized in cyber security. One, because I'm sitting as an architect, so I know what cyber security guys needed, but there is one in each country have their own standard, but in UK it is a different one. I can get back to you what the certificate name is. Because you need to go for each country, each type of certificate so that in market you know what it is. Yeah, which one is demand? Yes, it is. It is very like currently there is a big market for cybersecurity. Most of the guys are getting jobs because all companies is putting the cybersecurity as the main thing and doing. Okay. Any more questions? Social engineering attacks regarding. No idea about social engineering attack. What that mean? Is that are you talking about in social medias what you are trying to write? Is that what you are talking about? But one thing okay. Yeah. Yeah, one thing you need to be very careful and clear about going to the social medias, writing something. Currently, there is no big defensive thing, but there is something is coming up soon in the market. So what you are writing, and if you are offending some things, or if you are writing something, what you are saying is right, these are all going to be trouble soon. So what you are writing in social media is going to be you are responsible soon. So we need to be a bit careful in what we are posting or writing in social media. That awareness needs to come across. And yeah, it's a type of phishing. Yeah, if currently there is no big rules for, especially I think in India, like you can even say, come and join my organization, I will give some money or something like that. These are all the things we need to be very careful in putting. These are all like a phishing types in a big, like a social media page and comment someone writing nowadays, like join our organization, will give some money or something. These are all needs to be stopped because what they are trying to do is they are trying to collect the data, how many people's coming and what is the data behind it. These are all the things we need to do. So this question, really, I don't have any answer because we are not using this digital signature okay, ethical digital signature algorithm. We are not using, so I'm not really aware of that algorithm. Sorry for that. If you are talking about the digital signature, we use something called DocuSign in the industry. So what that means is it's a digitally signed process. So it will, if you are signing on behalf in a digital way on the online, so there is a product called DocuSign. We implement the DocuSign. What it does is when you are going into DocuSign, it will verify, send an OTP to your mobile, and that will get authorized you are the right person. It will check your mobile numbers and your email address, then find out you are the right person. If you say signed, then that will take it as a consideration. That's the only thing I am aware of. So we are not using any big algorithms. We try to pull what is there in the market and try to reuse it. Any more questions? Even our data encrypted, then how cybercrime happened? Cybercrime is, yeah, cybercrime is, okay, this is an interesting question. How you think your data is encrypted? You mean on the Teams? Uh, okay, I can see who is logged in. I can get all the data, all the names from the Teams call. What I think is more than 250 people joined. I got all the data. Okay, if I'm running, let's take, I'm running a retail shop selling some product. Okay, so today I got 250 new clients. I may take your data in the sense I can get your names from here, an email address or something, and I can use your email address to use in my other business to say send some emails so they can get I may write some attractive email like 20% or 50% discount if you buy it. So these are the things is happening. There is no such thing like the data is encrypted. The data is encrypted only if you are not responding. It is your liability too. You should not give your lot of people giving their personal details like to register somewhere. Did ever be asked why you need your email address, like email address or date of birth? When someone is asking, we need a date of birth, we're just giving. Why we need our mobile number? Is anyone asked these questions? Like I seen when like when we purchase something, they are asking for mobile number. Why? Why I need to give the mobile number to that person, that sub person? Because he is sending some offers and all stuff or calling and random cold calls are coming. Is this right? We need that's called GDPR. We need to have right. GDPR is putting on the business saying you should not collect person information. And if you even you collect the person information, you need to get consent from the person to keep the records or not. And in the consent, you need to say, yes, if you want to keep the data, if you really like to give your data to some company, you should ask the company to keep the data only for that company, not to sell to any third party. Yeah, these are the things we need to talk about and discuss about. Yes, AI model, yes, definitely, because it is new and there needs to be a lot of defending things needs to happen. But currently, yes, it is okay. It is secure enough. Whatever they are finding out, they are stopping the attacks. Any more questions?
SCADA system vulnerability to cyber attack. You check that question?
Yeah, is that To the cyber vulnerability attack. Yeah, it is one of the system. As I said before, we can't say this is the only thing we can use it for stopping the cyber attack. That's why I'm saying we need to find out what business needs in that, and then we need to implement that systems in place. Anything else?
Okay, Priya.
Okay. Thank you.
Now we have the photo session. Please switch on camera. Everyone, please switch on your camera. Okay. And now we are at the end of the session. I would like to thank Priya Mattoru for giving your informative session and spend your hard time with us. So, and accept my invitation for also it is more valuable, and it is also provide knowledge sharing and giving a nice clarification for these questions. And so thank you all the participants for spending with your time, and you have benefited with these questions and clarifications. Thank you, one and all present here.
Thank you for giving the opportunity. I can share my PPTs with Amada madam, so she can pass to you, your team, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you once again, everyone, for your time and giving an opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
everyone fill your feedback form for session 4, day 2. Kindly fill the feedback form for session 2. So day 2, session 4.